Last time we did a video, Rich, we talked about the bounce, fall away, and weave in the foxtrot. And I looked at the rhythm, also the rise and fall, and the alignment for the man's part. We didn't talk a great deal about how to change the lady from the fall away position to the preparing to step outside position so that we can carry on with the weave. So you know that when you dance a weave, when you're moving backward, the lady is outside partner on your right side. So we're starting our bounce fall away in closed position. We're moving into fall away position. Then we're going to a preparing for partner outside, to a partner outside, and then back in line again. And then we're going to another preparing, and then I'm stepping outside partner. So we have many, many different positions in this figure. Now, one of the big problems is the changing from fall away position to preparing to step outside partner, because there's a rather large feeling, I think, movement-wise for the man in the opening of his right hip and the area underneath the shelf, but a very subtle movement to allow the lady to turn from fall away position to preparing to step outside position. So we're going to look at that. You should notice in the chart also that the lady doesn't have the CBM until step 3, which is the fall away position. Same for the CBMP, the placement of the feet. I know you were asking about that last week. So normally when we're in a closed position going into a turning figure, we don't normally have CBMP. We have it when we're stepping outside partner or when we're in a fall away position, when our feet are closer to being on the same track. So for you, there were only 2 places where you had that foot position. Remember, the CBMP is the foot position. So that's step number 3 when you're in fall away position. I'll turn here. And then step number 5, where the lady is stepping outside partner. Now I do have it, of course, here on the last step where I'm stepping outside of the lady. Those are the only places. So the lady, when she is dancing into the fall away, this is true for the fall away reverse or the bounce fall away, she's moving back and back into fall away, and as she takes step 3, that's where we have the lady commencing to turn left, and that's where she has a step in CBMP. So it is the man who is falling away. It's the man who's opening up. Now, say opening up, it's not hopefully going to be extreme, but we are not turning to the left to then turn to the right and open the lady. There can be a slight turn in our center. We described that in tango on step 3 of a fall away, that there may be a slight right turn within the left turn. We've talked about that before. I'm not going to be too concerned about that. Think of it more as trying to keep your center to the lady as much as possible, but realizing that what you want to give her the feeling is that she's going to travel backwards, and she's going to then continue to move back and turn left on step 3. Why am I saying that? Because you can easily get the lady turning too early into a position where she now goes into an open reverse turn. And this happens a lot with the men when they're first learning to do fall away and then wanting to do also open reverse turns. And if it's not a routine when they're leading, they often lead the lady into a fall away when they want to do a reverse turn, or into a reverse turn when they want to do the fall away. So I am commencing to turn left, but I'm giving my lady the feeling of continuing to move backwards. I don't want her too strongly turning left here to end up stepping outside partner early. So she's moving back. I'm the one falling away. We're both taking this step into CBMP. So she is now in fall away position, which is promenade position, moving backwards. She's trapped along my right side. If we were then dancing the fall away slip pivot, fall away reverse, I would now close her. As I pull my leg through, I begin to close my girl to face me and to come in line with me. When we're dancing the bounce fall away, I need to encourage her to lose the fall away position. This is the man's part that I'm doing now. And now face me with the intention to step outside partner. So what does that mean that I have to do? I have to remove the block. Right? She's blocked by my right side. So if I don't move this area back, and also this feeling of space in the hip area. So you're going to feel a little bit like you're taking that right pocket up and back onto a bar stool. You need to create this space, and you need to slightly adjust the frame. So if that's my frame in fall away, I am trying to keep my center to the lady, but this V is now happening. Okay, she's not in front of me, she's in fall away position. So I have to correct my arms and my lower body into this position. Now it's not all the way back to closed. It's just into this edgy position where she's going to feel that she'll be stepping outside partner, but she's not outside partner yet. So this seems to be the toughest thing for the men, and you were having a little bit of that problem in your basement there, is that they turn everything, turn their feet, turn their shoulders, turn everything. Now the fall away into the weave starts going too much toward the center, and you lose your position. Your left side moves away from her. You overturn too much, she runs into your leg on the way back. So I need to maintain, this is the point we made on the last video, I need to maintain my diagonal wall, that backing diagonal wall alignment through those couple of steps. So from step 3 to step 4, my alignment is still backing diagonal wall. I have not twisted myself to backing the line of dance. If we looked at the girl though, she has quite a big change. So she is back in CBMP in fall away position. And now the man is going to move his right side and his hip out of the way and open so that she can take this step, pointing down the line of dance, to allow the space for her now to step outside partner into the weave position. So I want to change my lady from here, from fall away, to here. She's in that position. And there goes the foot. So she does not have a foot swivel. She has a foot placement and another foot placement. I also do not have any foot swivel, so that's where we have to be careful. I have foot swivel here, but now I'm maintaining my alignment. So what has to change? There has to be an adjustment here of the hip. To me, it feels like I'm emptying all this area, like I'm taking my spine underneath the shelf, I'm taking my spine up and back. And as I said, I have that feeling of this pocket looking upward to create that space. But my shelf is maintained for the girl, and I'm going to picture her here, since we're not in the studio, going from the V to the closed position, although with the shoulder lead so that she's ready to step outside partner. So the fourth step is described there in the technique. It's going to be somewhat sideways and somewhat backward. I think generally it feels larger than what you might expect to accommodate the movement of the lady into her pointing alignment. The other note that we had, we get to here. Now this step, I'm beginning slightly to move in the direction of moving down the line of dance. You want to be careful that you don't overdo that, and then this step falls into the center of the room. So there's very subtle changes taking place from here to now the lady, outside partner, and then by the time she comes into the feather finish, I will be backing the line of dance. And it's true that I'm turning, so I do have that curve in my leg and my foot. But I'm hoping for an elegant movement. So what was happening there the other day? What was happening, there's a partner outside step. This step was falling sideways into the room. So you want to maintain the forward poise so that you can accomplish this backward turning movement in a more elegant way. So there's a lot there. Go back and look at the video I did with Matt and Kathy. There may actually be 2 of them where you can see this done with a lady. And keep in mind they were just learning it then too, but hopefully you'll be able to see the changes a little bit better there.